In the last two videos, we looked at my life and experiences and how I started working on life balance tools and the lessons I learned over those years. After that, we looked at feelings and being connected to feelings and how being connected to feelings can help you define happiness pillars. Now, let's take a look at why our lives are unbalanced. Well, the thing is, time is balance. When you're unbalanced, basically means that the way you spend your time is not the way you should be spending your time. And let's break the myth right away. Well, I know many of you will be like, yes, but I have to be at my job 40 hours a week, and I have my kids, and I have this, and I have that. All these things are true. But do not get me wrong. I am not saying that in order to be balanced, we need to take our time, share it in equal parts, and use these parts for whatever things matter to us. This is not what I am saying. Of course, we live with constraints from society and our cultures, and these constraints pretty much dictate a lot of how we spend our time. But what I am saying is that in order to be balanced, you need to spend time on the different things that matter to you. It does not mean that you need to spend as much time on all of this, but you do need to spend time on each of these. And so, even though we need to be at work 40 hours a week, well, we are still free in that spare time to choose what we're going to do. Even when we are at work and when we're sitting and having lunch, we can still decide to chat with colleagues, or listen to a podcast, or listen to music, or play guitar. There are many options, and there are many ways to do what we want to do with our time. The things that matter, the thing that matter really, truly, is to know what we need to do more so that we can find out where we can spend time on those things. Let me reiterate on this, because it is a very difficult thing to really keep in our mind. We are not unbalanced because we do not have enough time. We are unbalanced because we do not use our time in the wisest way and in the best way possible. And so, really, let's look at a few examples. I talked about the guitar, that you could play guitar during your lunch break, or you could listen to music during your lunch break. But there are also a set of habits that we have, like watching Netflix when we come home, or, many other things like this that we can start replacing or adapting. I still love Netflix, don't get me wrong. But whenever I watch Netflix every night for a week or a month, I start to feel unbalanced because it is consuming the time from other activities I could do, like calling my brother, or hanging out with a friend, or anything like that. In the previous video, we talked about happiness pillars. We looked at how we can identify them by looking at how we spend our time, and we started using an exercise to better understand those things. And now we just looked at time and unbalance. And so we just looked at really what prevents us from getting the things that we desperately need. In the next video, let's look at the things we can do to actually be more balanced.